Yo, YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Q. Back at it again with another video. You know what I'm saying? Today's topic's not really gonna be too much fun for me to talk about. Honestly, I was even debating whether or not I should even make this video, man, because honestly, this team, the Miami Heat, man, have not given me anything, bro, this year to be excited about. Nothing, you know. Um, recently we lost to the Charlotte Hornets, 105 to 102. Um, you can kind of point the finger at a lot of people for that loss, but honestly, I'm looking at it like this, right? The Miami Heat right now are in a situation where, because me and my boy talk about this all the time, right? When we had Jimmy Butler would force the organization to try to get trades and make big moves so they can compete for a championship, right? Even though we were still kind of in rebuild mode, never really embraced it, you know. We not that long ago we was the 8th seed and we went all the way to the NBA championship, you know. Granted we got killed by the Denver Nuggets and Joker, but we still made it there, you know. But recently, man, ever since we got ever since Jimmy Butler decided to go rogue and abandon the team.
You
And
want to see happen to fix it?
What do I want to see happen? Um, I want to see me get my joy back from playing basketball, and wherever that may be, we'll find out here pretty soon. But I want to joy back. I'm happy here, off the court, but I want to be back to somewhat dominant. I want to hoop, and I want to help this team win. Right now, I'm not doing that.
Can you get your joy back here on the court?
Probably not.
What do you want?
and we were forced to trade Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors, where I may say that he has been flourishing over there with Steph Curry and them boys. I'm just gotta keep it a buck, you know. But the Jimmy Butler trade has really told me a lot about this Miami Heat squad, and it's telling me that we're kind of being exposed right now. You know, it's sad to say it. You know, as much as we would hate to admit it as Heat fans, I believe that when Jimmy was engaged and he was actually involved and he was actually playing for us and he was bought into the Heat culture and all that before he wanted to get traded and everything, he patched up a lot of deficiencies that the Miami Heat had on the team. And one of those deficiencies that Miami have right now is closing out games, you know. Um, I think the Miami Heat have, if I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all can correct me in the comments. Okay, but I believe that the Miami Heat have blown like 20 leads this year. You know, that is crazy. That is some, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That is some Milwaukee Bucks type shit before they ended up getting Giannis. You know, it's just ridiculous. Miami can go up by like 20, 30 points, but they can't maintain a lead, you know, which is very, very frustrating, you know, because we're already not a very good team, you know. Um, yeah, the Jimmy Butler trade, we were able to get Davion Mitchell, you know, um, out of that trade, and he's looked like a pretty solid point guard. I feel like he could be a solid point guard for us moving forward. We did end up getting Andrew Wiggins, who looks completely disinterested right now at the moment in Miami. However, I do believe that it's hard for me to judge him right now because we just got him in the middle of the season. So I think with a full off season under his belt, I think Andrew Wiggins could turn some shit up for sure. I think he could help the Miami Heat somewhat, you know. But as of right now, this team is ass. This team is garbage, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm a Heat fan, so I gotta keep it a stack, bro. The rotations that Spo has been throwing out there suck. You know, I don't know if he's still experimenting or not. I really don't know. But The rotations suck. Okay. Bam and Tyler. Granted, Tyler made his first All-Star appearance, this year. Bam made an All-Star, the All-Stars last year, but I don't think that I'm not gonna say I don't think. I still feel like Tyler Hero and Bam are still trying to learn how to be like the main focal point to the team right now. Because the frustrating thing about the duo Tyler and Bam, because moving forward, I feel like that's gonna be your building block. Of course, you got Tyler Hero, one of the best 3-point shooters in the game. You got Bam Adebayo, one of the best all around big men in the game. So that's your bread and butter right there. But the thing is, it seems to me like when Tyler is on, Bam is off. When Bam is on, Tyler is off. Okay? We need these guys to play great basketball at the same time if the Miami Heat want to have a chance to do anything this year. But honestly speaking, if I'm the Miami Heat front office, to be honest with you, I would just embrace the rebuild. I'm looking at this team right now. We're a couple of games under 500. You don't have Jimmy Butler. You know what I mean? So I feel like the season is kind of a wash at the moment. If you go into the play-in tournament with this team, you could make the playoffs. You could make it out of the play-in tournament, yeah. But do you really think that this Miami Heat team is going to go far in the playoffs this year? I don't think so. I just think Miami should just let the chips fall where they may for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? And hopefully we get a good draft pick. You know what I mean? And we're able to just grab a free agent or two in the off season, and then we can see if we can get this thing up and running again. But this ain't it, fam. Pat Riley, this ain't it. Eric Spoelstra, this shit ain't it. Okay? Bam, Tyler, and them boys, this ain't it, man. This ain't it. Okay? We got to go back to the drawing board. You know what I mean? We got to go back to the drawing board. Don't get me wrong, we've missed out on a lot of free agents in the past, and that's another reason why Jimmy really wanted to leave Miami, because we couldn't put another star next to him and Bam. But at the same time, Miami's got to get it together, man. Like I said, don't fight the rebuild no more. We've been fighting the rebuild for years, you know what I mean? And the one thing about Miami, we never stop fighting. The Heat don't ever stop fighting. You go all the way to the championship, 8th seed. You've been in the conference game against Boston for years. You went to the finals in the bubble against the Lakers. So embrace the rebuild, man. Just embrace it. Hopefully we can get a guy like a Cooper Flag or a Dylan Harper or a Ace Bailey or somebody like that. Somebody that can really help this team. A star player. We need a star. That's what we're missing, a star player, man. If you can't get a star player this offseason, well, damn it, hopefully you can draft a future star. Okay? But I'm at the point where they win or lose, I don't care anymore. Okay? Because I know at the end of the day, we can't compete with the top teams in the East. Okay? We cannot compete with a Boston. We cannot compete with a Cleveland. Okay? We can't compete against these teams, man. We don't have enough firepower. We don't have enough consistency from these players. Okay? Don't get me wrong, there's been a couple of bright spots this year. Khalil Ware's development, looking like one of the best rookies in the league. Okay? It hasn't all been doom and gloom for Miami, but if you're if you're a Heat fan right now, you can't expect Miami Heat to do anything right now in the playoffs, to compete for a championship. We don't have that kind of team right now. And that's just a matter of the fact. That's just facts. Don't have it right now. Simple. Videos, okay? The team sucks. I'm dreading this season. You know, this is a Miami Heat season. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't felt like this in a long time, where I just want the season to end. That's where I'm at with this team. Okay, but yeah, man, like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, and I'm gonna get up with y'all on the next video, man. Peace.